Hey guys, Peyton Jones here. Thank you for checking out my Patreon page and considering becoming a part of Club Ninja. Club Ninja was established to help you give back and really help support some of my creative ventures. As you know, I write books, I write blogs, I do videos, podcasts, and I've been doing this stuff for years and years, and I've never set up a Patreon page. I've never asked for anyone to support, and yet at this stage I'm being held back because I don't actually have everything I need to do more film ventures, more creative projects. And that's kind of a way that if you over the years have been a part of some of what I've done and benefited from it, and you go, man, I would like to see more, that's really it. I just need to be able to have wind in my sails to make more. And you know, it's funny, I'm a huge fan of Jim Henson. And I always had a hard time with this, you know, like, do I monetize? And so for the last probably 10 years, I've been creating content and never monetized any of it. And I read a book about Jim Henson. We all love Jim Henson, the Muppets. I mean, how could you not? And Jim Henson was on PBS, the same place that Mr. Rogers was. And the Children's Television Workshop, which Sesame Street was a part of, was his first pure venture. And the reason that he did Sesame Street was because he wanted to help kids in urban neighborhoods learn to read, and he felt his puppets would help underprivileged children. And then they came to him one day and they said, hey, we can merchandise Big Bird and Grover and all these animals and these puppets. And Jim Henson said, no way. I will not pollute what I do. And his agent grabbed hold of him and said, hey, knucklehead, you know how you're always poor and you don't have the money to do your next thing? This is your ticket to actually creating all the things you've dreamt about. And so he said, why don't you just do it differently? And of course, what you don't know is Jim Henson did it a little bit differently. He actually gave money to the people that, if he sold a Cookie Monster, he would give money to a percentage of that to the puppeteer who operated Cookie Monster or Big Bird or whatever it was. And he also insisted it was the highest quality toys on the market. And if you remember those toys, if you have like the old school Bert and Ernie dolls, you'll know that they were just super well made. They never ripped, they never fell apart. They were the highest quality materials. So what I want to do is just invite you into that. There is so much more. I've just finished up a wrap on the Jump School series. It's a 6-month curriculum that we built. And the reason I could do this was I had a church planner help me. We've been able to pay him a little bit, but everyone who helps him on these projects is usually a church planner. So you're also funding mission at the same time that you're doing this. So I want to thank you for that. All of the people on my podcast now going forward are people in ministry, and not the kind of ministry where they're on staff in a church, but people that are actually in dark places and are usually bivocational, and they're paying their bills however they can. So when you fund this, you don't just fund me, you fund mission as well. And I want to thank you for that. Thanks for tracking with me, and I want to give you some of the benefits that Club Ninja has. So in Club Ninja, the way it works is you donate a certain amount of money at a certain level, and they're called tiers. So the first tier is $1. That's just you getting your foot in the door. And when you do that, that's called Ninja Tortoise. You're not quite a Ninja Turtle yet, but I own a tortoise. She's like my baby. My wife calls her my mistress. Every month, you will get a picture of my Ninja Tortoise. Now, it is going to be photoshopped in some weird ninja pose, probably karate kicking bad guys or whatever, but you'll also get something called 5-Star Fridays. Now, if you signed up for my newsletter, you used to get these regularly, but each week I give, kind of like Tim Ferriss's 5 Bullet Fridays, I give my 5 ninja stars, things that I throw at you to think about, maybe books I'm reading, things I'm doing, things I'm pondering, whatever it is, music I'm listening to. It's just a way for you to connect with me on a deeper level, and that's just for a $1 donation. Plus, you'll get a Ningenuity meme every single month, just for that $1, getting your foot in the door. But if that's not enough, you can go to the next tier. The next tier is Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell. In other words, you sign up for $5, and at that level, and the same for all levels, For each additional level that you go up, you get everything in the lower levels as well. However, Ninja Turtles get access to the Club Ninja Facebook group. And that's something I'm going to be on all the time, and you can interact with me there. The next tier up is called Grasshopper level. That's where you pay $10 a month to support our creative ventures. And as a result, you will get all the stuff in the lower tier, plus you'll get a video every month of me just exclusively talking to you, people at the Grasshopper level and above, about some ministry topic, something that maybe I don't feel comfortable putting out in the wider sphere, but something that I want to share with you and my tribe. Maybe something about conflict resolution, something I've had to deal with, and something that I can pass along to you. The next tier up is called the Wax On, Wax Offer, from Karate Kid. And that has to do with mentorship. I read a lot. I agree with Warren Wiersbe, who said that leaders are readers and readers are leaders. I don't think that unless you're engaging your brain in reading, that you're going to actually be able to strategize the way you need to as a leader. So I do a lot of reading. In fact, I'm standing here in what I call the Bat Cave, which is my temporary library while I'm repairing my house after a flood. Now, I am surrounded by books. You can't see it right now, but I read books like a bad boy, and I read voraciously. I read every type of book under the sun. There'll be sometimes I'll tell you, read this book, and you'll think, man, why is he telling me to read this book? But it's not a book club. I'm actually going to read you a chapter out of that book every single month. So you'll get an audio clip sent to you of me. You can listen to it while you're running, you can do it while you're working out, you can do it while you're walking, you can do it while you're driving to work, and I'm going to read to you. So if you're not sick of my stupid voice already, you're going to hear it again, but this time I'm going to be giving you the best of the stuff that I have gleaned over my years in ministry, and I'm going to be pushing it to you, and hopefully it's going to incite you to go a little bit further. But that's for $25 a month. I'll read you a chapter out of a book as you're a wax honor, wax offer. Okay, the next level is $50 a month. We're getting serious now. I'm opening you up into something that is extremely precious to me. This is my Inklings group. Now, I happen to have a shirt on today, just by coincidence, that is a tribute to the Inklings. Every time I'm writing, which is all the time, I always have various books on the go. I have a tribe of people that have read my work. They're like you. They're people that, hey, I'm invested in what you've written. I love I'd like you to write more. Well, this group helps me do that. And so what I do is I put everything I'm writing into a Facebook group called the Inklings. And I ask those guys, hey, punch my baby, kick my baby, take my book, tear it apart, analyze it, critique it, because it's better to do that before it goes to print than afterwards. And that's a $50 a month contribution. You will get a signed copy of every book I publish. And get this, if you bought a copy of Reaching the Unreached, you'll know that I give a special group by name in my acknowledgements to everyone who is in that Inklings group and read and reviewed my book and helped me get it ready for print. So you will become a part of that tribe, and I am more than happy to talk to you about writing. Hopefully it's going to foster you on in your own writing projects as well. That is the Punk Monk level at $50 a month. The next tier is called Ninja Master, and that's at $100 a month. But what it opens you up to is a group of 3. I will do 1-on-3 coaching with you and 2 other people, and you'll be able to have me for an hour every month, and I will answer all your questions, coach you, discuss things with you. It could be about any subject, ministry related, or just simply about the faith and your walk. And we will do that every single month for an hour for $100 a month at the Ninja Master level. The final level is the Sensei level. And that's where really I become your one-on-one sensei. I coach you one-on-one. That's for $250 a month. Now that's a little bit cheaper than what I actually do if you come to me on coaching outside. So it's a cheaper rate. It's a thank you to you for joining my Patreon. And again, that's a one-to-one coaching call every single month just for supporting my creative ventures. I don't take this out of my living. I don't live off this Patreon. Every penny of this goes back into creating creative ventures. So I want to thank you for that. You are helping me to fulfill the calling that I have. And all the years I've been able to do this without financial contributions, it's been fantastic. But we're up in our game now, and you're a part of that. So thank you for joining Club Ninja, and click on the appropriate tier now, and we'll see you on the other side. If you're not currently at Patreon watching this, head on over to patreon.com/Club Ninja and sign up today.